Your calligraphy will suck at first, because mine certainly did. You might look at this now thinking this is how you start. Of course not, it takes time to improve, and I'm going to show you that by going back to the start of my calligraphy file. These were my very first Gothic letters. There's no consistency at all, looks really unconfident all over the shop. If you watched my most recent video where I wrote this same quote, this was my first attempt at it after I'd been practicing for a little while, those Gothic letters. I was actually quite proud of this at the time. I thought, wow, I can write Gothic letters. But when I look at it now, it just looks like it's my own handwriting, but kind of more square. I decided that I was qualified to attempt writing this passage from Dracula with my Gothic writing powers. And again, I was very proud of this at the time, but I look at it now and I don't know what this spacing is about. I think I was terrified of letters touching each other all over the place. I had various problems with the letter D, terrible, and other things just going wrong all over the place generally. Again, another attempt at the Dracula passage. To be fair, I didn't bother writing lines on the page, and I think even still now I couldn't write without pencil guidelines, but still, it's all over the place really. Good mooring. What's quite good for seeing my progress is I've written this Blade Runner quote over and over again, and so if you put them all side by side, especially compared to today's, you can really see the improvement. This is my first attempt here at adorning letters, these random wavy bits on the end. I don't know what's going on there with that G. I mean, it's not too terrible, but it's still all over the place really. But there's been an improvement since the start, certainly. Again, still refusing to write guidelines and just going for it, hoping for the best. Another instance of that same Blade Runner quote. And again, like I said at the start, bear in mind that pretty much every one of these I was very proud of at the time. Again, no guidelines, and I suppose it's not completely terrible, but just knowing how much better I've got over time. I mean, what is that on the end of that A? I've no idea. This is when I first got the 6mm pilot parallel, and I had absolutely no concept whatsoever of how big letters should be. Instead, I just thought you made them as large as possible and hoped for the best. About this time, I think the practice was starting to pay off, although I still had not fixed my letter D yet. But I do feel like, there's some structure here. There's definitely been an improvement since the start. I don't feel like it looks like my writing, but just more square anymore. Here's where I did some dedicated D practice, and it did pay off. And a bit of dedicated letter S practice. And then the most recent version of the Blade Runner quote, and of course you can see the improvement there from the last few attempts before that. Obviously, a definite slow improvement there over time. And if we go back to the most recent one now again, hopefully you can see it doesn't happen overnight. You will suck at first, so did I. You might think I still do. The point is to suck less and less over time. That's it. Thanks for watching. See ya.